You want details? Fine. I drive a Ferrari 355 Cabriolet. What's up? I have a ridiculous house in the South Fork. I have every toy you can possibly imagine. And best of all, kids, I am liquid. So, now you know what's possible. Let me tell you what's required.
Lifeadvice@gmail.com. That is the email to fix your life. Kyle just said something before we started taping this. Said something about a vision board. I don't see you as a vision board guy. Do you have one? Because that would be amazing.
No, I don't. Things would probably have to get real bad for me to start pulling out stuff like that.
Or real good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm not a write-off guy. I'll try anything.
I love that about you.
I feel like this pod, there's not a lot. We're not like gimmick guys. Like we're kind of just straightforward, straight shooters. You know, we don't do like the bullshit stuff. Like there's not a lot of self-help going on here. There's not a lot of like strategy of like life. Not a lot of self-help books in general. But you know, I've never also dabbled in a vision board. Probably wouldn't. Things have to get pretty bad to do that.
I did something vision board adjacent.
When?
Probably like 10 years ago.
I was going to say, there's no way it was recent.
So he's like, yeah, 10 years ago, I could totally see that. You were kind of...
What was the scenario? I mean, you were at ESPN.
Yeah.
This would have been
in the home stretch
Russillo days.
Right.
Was this like, how do I get on Countdown?
NBA Countdown? No, I would have never put a vision board up for that.
Okay.
I'm realistic about who I am at ESPN. I think that's one of the things that I'm...
More coast to coast hits?
I did get on some of that coast to coast stuff. There was a few hits on that.
Yeah.
Because I used to love that show just as before I even worked at ESPN. I used to kind of love that probably before I could afford League Pass, although I probably always found a way. I mean, League Pass, look, if it's your job, you can figure out a way to pay the $189. But I used to love they would kind of just cut in and out. It was like a red zone thing. Do you remember the show? Like this is a long time ago. I think it was like on Tuesdays. And then I don't know if that's what the new Peacock thing of ramping that up on Tuesdays. Are they calling it coast to coast? I think they are. I got to tell you, a quarter of the way into the season, there's some nights I sit on the couch where I'm still a little lost. Where am I going again? And thank God I have that global NBA app because that saved my ass in London to be able to watch games that I needed to keep caught up in because, I mean, it wasn't going to work with anything else. But
so do you have to be out of the country to fire that thing up?
No, I can watch it.
Okay.
Here in the States, Guam, for the most part. Yeah, I think I'm good.
We've strayed too far away from the vision board thing. So I'm just going to steer us back on track. What was on the vision board? Like, what?
Oh, yeah.
Well done. Needed it. It was a beach house in Manhattan Beach. I just put it on.
No way.
Dreams come true,
man.
kids. Yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
I just saw a listing I liked that I was just not even in the scope of possibility. I just hung that up on the fridge for a couple years.
I'm sold. All right.
That's my point.
Never mind. I take it all back.
Yeah. I would love to get a vision board. Maybe that could be something we all do in 26, get some vision boards going.
Just talk about it on the pod. Kyle, what's on the
Maybe
vision
we
board
could
for
make
you
it its own pod.
Just dudes talking about their ambitions.
Anyway, I interrupted you, Kyle. What were you going to say?
What's on my vision board? Probably a 26 4Runner, maybe an XL size sweatshirt. You know, that'd be good.
Like that.
$5 pack of smokes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that a piece of shit like that. But yeah, definitely a nice car. Maybe a
not a piece of shit.
2,000 square foot house there. Central air. Yeah. Okay.
Wait,
nice bulkhead.
Did the Mustang make its way across the country?
No. I'm done with that 13 mile a gallon monster. No.
That saga has ended.
Yeah, so we're looking for. There's not a ton of great deals on the 4Runners. I think people just want them, but the Broncos are talking about 0% APR. So, I'm basically ping ponging between one of those two.
So you're in the market right now for a car.
Oh yeah, big time.
The greater Poughkeepsie area. Okay.
Big time. Ignoring calls every day because you got to put in inquiries to see what's there, and then they're just like, "Great, we'll call you every day for the rest of your life."
Yeah,
so
that's not great.
I signed up for this, I guess, but
you did. Okay, let's read some emails here. Let's see. We got a lot of gym ones. Can I just do a quick gym story because we have time?
Yeah.
I think that's in our contract. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So the other day at the gym, I wasn't doing bench. It wasn't that day. But I noticed another guy doing bench, and he's fascinating. I wanted to meet him. I would have even potentially interviewed him like on a Wednesday show or something. And he threw on 225, and he had some type energy to him, so you never really know. Like you're looking at his body and you're like, is this guy going to throw around 225? Like, damn, he's got some old man strength. Maybe he was in the Navy.
Tucked in shirt,
80s,
maybe to some
something,
to some gym pants.
Yeah. And he had some like arm braces going on. So I was like, all right, this is interesting. And again, we might make shirts that say, watch your own reps or focus on your reps or whatever. Maybe that'd be part of the vision board podcast arm that we get into.
Yep.
But I was using a machine near him, so he was in my shot. I was like, I gotta see what's gonna happen here. And it's pretty much like a known thing too. Like if you can bench a certain number and you see another guy, you're gonna watch. Like it'd be better if we didn't, but it's kind of inherently like what guys will do. Somebody throws 315 on, you're like, all right, I want to see. And if the guy rips out 7 or 8 reps, you're just like, hey, that's a different level. Like that's a tier that you can't even worry about that guy. You're not competing with him. But if he gets it once or twice, you're like, okay, whatever. So this guy gets under 225 and he starts like feeling it, right? Starts like spinning the bar in his hands, getting his calluses worked up in the knurls, right? And he's just like feeling it. And then he gets off the bench. Never took it off.
Huh.
He didn't have it that day.
No. Left his towel, left his bottle, went over to the cables, used that. The cables are the most, you can never get in. Like, I got to make an appointment to use that fucking thing. He goes over to the cables and he sits back down on the bench. And I was like, now I'm totally in. Like, I want to see a documentary on this guy. And he just starts touching it and he's feeling it. He kind of like pulls it off a little bit and then sets it back down on the rack. And I was like, this guy's he wants his body to get comfortable with the weight. Like
the gym version of a vision board, really.
Yeah,
really,
exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Well done, Kyle. I was going to say that at the close of this, but you got it in. No, that's okay. That's okay. Your instincts are too good now. Trained you. Well, that's what he did. He just touched it. It was like he was window shopping at the bench press. And then he finally did pull it off. And I would say the rep was the equivalent of saying we're driving cross country and making it to Pittsburgh and turning it around.
Okay. Huh.
But exactly your point, Kyle. I think in his head, he was like, the only way I'm going to do a rep at 225 is if I just got to feel it. I got to get out there, touch it.
Just metal to palm. I'll just know it when I feel it.
And he took up about 30
him?
fucking minutes. No. 30 minutes. Busy morning. Fucked up all sorts of other dudes' routines. Guys started making eye contact with each other, being like, are you watching this? But instead of anybody saying anything to him, no one wanted to stop. It was the opposite. It was like, we want to keep seeing this happen. And I hope he does it again.
Is there any chance this guy was just looking for one of you guys to help him with a spot because he wasn't sure if he could actually do it? And you guys were all just looking at him, judging him. And he's like, hey, he's maybe too self-conscious to ask somebody because he didn't know anybody. Because why would you not have a spotter if you don't know you could do 225? Isn't that terrible? Like, that's terrifying.
I feel like the armbands would give away that guy's not afraid to ask for a spot, right? Like you just said, his general getup, maybe, I guess.
I think the Ultimate Warrior would ask for a spot.
All right.
I don't think he wanted a spot. This guy had like George Pickens type confidence.
Okay. That's good then. All right.
Email time. New friend has a secret podcast. 35 years old, 5'11", 175. No gym stats, player comp. Righty, Joe Ingles. Jingle juice, thorough. Hey, fellas, my wife and I take our 20-month-old daughter to a great new place in town that offers children's music classes, art classes, other similar things. through these classes, we've met a few couples that we sparked up quite a quick friendship with. Okay. Perhaps the fastest growing friendship has been with this one dude. Let's call him Tony. Our daughters are born one day apart, which got us talking. Eventually, I found out he's a big UFC guy, and he actually knows his stuff, which is shockingly hard to come by. Every time I see him, we chat about the fights that went down that weekend. At this point, we've actually had his family over for dinner. We like them. They like us. All was going well. ... 4 dots. Whoa. Until my wife went deep diving on Tony and found out that he's a host of a podcast. This is not a sports or pop culture pod. No. This is a podcast about cryptids. Kyle, can we get some visuals on cryptids?
Google it.
Yeah.
Wait,
of course.
Hold on.
No, go ahead. It's fine.
Those aren't like the aliens, are they? The cryptids are those like the lizard people?
Yeah. Of course, I looked it up. A cryptid is a creature whose existence has not been proven by science. We're talking Bigfoot, something called Dogman and all that jazz.
Yeah.
I turned into one episode, and Tony shares some experiences, also interviews people about their experiences with the supernatural. I got to tell you, if Tony's pod is like one of the top 5 cryptid things, this is going to make its way back to Tony, so you may have just exposed yourself. And I don't know, fucking with these guys.
It's true. They know things that we just don't know.
Yeah, I'm not even sure we should have read this email. I just don't really know how to proceed with the friendship. He's never brought up the podcast to me. You know what? I think that's a great sign that he hasn't brought up the pod. I don't think it's a deal breaker for me that he has a podcast about this topic, but I also recognize it's pretty fucking weird. Do I bring it up? Do I wait for him to? Will he not think I'm chill anymore because I don't believe in Bigfoot? Please help me out. Thanks, guys. All right.
I think it's kind of cool. I'm going to be honest with you. I've dabbled into like an hour long, not hours, maybe aggressive, but like some YouTube videos where like, do I believe that this stuff is real? No, but am I entertained by it? Absolutely. I've watched Ancient Aliens. Like this stuff is insane, but it's entertaining. So I don't know. I actually don't think this is a red flag at all. I don't think you bring it up to him. If he wants to bring it up to you, that's fine. But like, this isn't like, if we're talking, friendship deal breakers, this isn't a deal breaker to me at all. Like this, maybe the guy's got a little fun personality. If he takes it too seriously and starts like trying to get you into the, to convince you on this stuff and go into conspiracy theories, maybe it's a little bit weird, but I don't know. For now, it's just like a fun hobby. And I don't know, dudes could do worse things.
Yeah. In this day and age, I don't think it's insane for a buddy to have like a secret podcast or some sort of thing in that sphere. Maybe he's been working on an album for 8 years. This guy has a podcast instead. But and the topic it's interesting. I mean, I'm sure I've clicked like into a Wikipedia link and then clicked several other like Wikipedia links through that entry and maybe spent an hour on this stuff. He's just a little bit more passionate about it. What if it was movies? I don't think. Just think of it as movies. Maybe poke around in his garage and see if he has like have a garage beer with him and see if he's got like a Bigfoot scanner or like a spirit detector. Like see how much it is, or maybe it's just like a hobby that he's using to use some of that time in the house. I don't know, but I don't think the topic is too bad. Like I don't think it's a bad space that he's exploring.
How far does it go though? Like is he also a flat Earth guy? Like, are there other things that he might just be into that you're just like, hey, this is a deal breaker? If it's just like, hey, I kind of host this cryptid podcast, like Finding Bigfoot, we've talked about on the pod before, those ghost shows that they never find the ghost. But like, I don't know, I'll watch a couple episodes.
Just eating up innings on History Channel, yeah.
Yeah, just guys walking around with these instruments that probably aren't even real, but they're convinced you that they are real. I don't know.
Like Portugal of shows.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think you cut him off. I don't think you cut him loose. I don't think you bring it up. But I don't know.
Have they listened? Did his wife listen, or she just found a link on one of his profiles?
How about her doing a deep dive on the guy, though?
That's a wife thing, though.
We're on the ground floor here, 1 year old. We want to know if this is a long haul friendship or not. So
Your wife does a full background check on any new person in the mix.
Well, I don't know that it's a background check. It's just, she's an internet sleuth person. She knows how to use the Google the correct way, and she finds things, and
she'll find photos, like, hey, make sure there's nothing crazy. So
is not wearing a wedding ring, like, and she'll just do like beep beep beep, going around, and all of a sudden there's like a bunch of evidence, and this is happening. It's like, wow, you actually kind of were onto this. That's good. So yeah,
I actually remember that one time. Like Ceruti and I were having, we were having one of our daily updates, and then I got at the end, like, hey, by the way, so and so doesn't have a wedding ring on anymore in the photos.
You think I noticed that? Wasn't me.
I know you didn't. mean, that was like the guy that emailed about the finger thing, you know? And then we had another guy follow up. I don't think I read the email, but he was like, I'm missing a digit. He's like, my wife noticed right away. He's like, guys just don't notice. I mean, that one actress in Slow Horses, I didn't realize there was something weird with her hands until season 4.
Fourth season. I had no idea. Yeah.
Nothing. Now I can't stop looking at him. Yeah. Anyway, cryptids. My issue with the entire thing is, how come more people don't see it? And then whenever the photos like, oh, that's a 1912 picture of Champ from Lake Champlain. And then you realize like some dickhead with a flea market doctored some photo, and that way he wanted to increase tourism or something like that in the aughts. And so I always am kind of like, look, there needs to be updated evidence. Like, too much of this stuff happens I'm not like against believing that there could be something else going on, but yeah, to have it be a hobby, I don't know, man. You could also spin it like Lisa's passionate about something. I have a friend who's like this.
What if he's just talking about the legends of it? Like, what's the difference if you're really into Norse mythology? You're not suggesting that, every raven is Odin or something, but you're just like this. Maybe he's just interested in the lore of it all.
Listen to it. I think you know what you do. You listen to an episode or two and see how insane it is.
I think you have to listen. Yeah.
Yeah.
What would be the line where you would be like, I don't want this guy around my kid anymore?
He's like, we're heading down to New Jersey on Saturday. There was a sighting on Wednesday. I think we've got a radius. I'll report back and let you know after a weekend in the Pine Barrens or something. I don't know.
Like a Twister version of this, but cryptids.
Yeah.
Like a storm chaser for cryptids. Yes.
Or he like earnestly interviews someone that says they had a relationship with a chupacabra.
Right.
And he's serious. He's like, well, tell me, are their emotions the same?
The world is kind of interesting because like the world is just like less interesting now, because like think about back when dudes were like sailing what is it, what's the like below Africa there where it's like super dangerous, whatever, the Bermuda Triangle. Nobody talks about the Bermuda Triangle anymore. That was
Cape
like when
Horn?
I was growing up. Cape Horn, yeah. Like they used to think there were like krakens in there and stuff, and now we just like know this stuff isn't kind of true, so it's kind of a bummer. But I don't know, sometimes it's kind of fun to just think, hey, what if we lived in a world where these things existed, like Mothman, Jersey Devil. I'm looking up some right now. Like, I don't know. I'm interested in the origin stories of those things. How do they come to be? Now, if you're like, this is definitively real and I'm going to find it, that's probably the line. But if it's like, hey, what's the background of this creature? Is it possible that it's still alive, or ever existed? The dragon thing, doesn't that kind of blow your guys' minds? Why did several different cultures all across the world, they just all have dragons? They all and it just didn't exist, but they all knew about dragons. They didn't have any interaction with each other. That's kind of insane. No, I'm interested in that.
I think maybe, we should all take a listen. Maybe
why don't you just email us the podcast? Yeah, I'll take it a listen. Yeah, I'll give it a listen.
Yeah, send a link. Yeah, I mean, look, that dragon question just blew my mind. Now what do we do?
Right.
My guess is probably like one guy said he saw a dragon, and then sailors would tell of this story of a guy who saw a dragon, and then somebody else would draw it, and they had no TV, they had no podcast, they had nothing. It was just sailors from port to port just handing down these legends, and then everybody just would believe all of it. That's my theory on a lot of these stories that have held up for thousands of years.
I'm not trying to turn into this guy's potential new friend, but these are the civilizations that had nothing. They had no contact with each other, and we've just found evidence of like drawings of things.
Yeah, but you're ignoring my start of civilization lesson that I gave, where it was like, how come every single community had the same idea that there's this great flood coming? Because there was probably like one flood that wiped out one village, and then it was such a big fucking deal. Everybody talked about it all the time. And then as soon as somebody would start walking or we get in a boat, they would just be like, oh, the great flood, the great flood. Like all of these civilizations separated by thousands of miles, all believing in some version of the flood. I think
Maybe.
I think that's the dragon equivalent.
Maybe we should start a podcast.
I think we just did.
We just become best friends.
Yeah. Getting into business with my basketball idol. Hey guys, 5'10", 165, a wannabe Eric Maynor on the pickup scene. Pass, get others involved early and often, but also a scoring threat to complement. Oh, nice approach to life right there. I recently got in touch with a basketball legend of mine, my alma mater. All right, won't say the name. We have since developed somewhat of a friendly relationship. In all honesty, he was my basketball idol growing up. My initial business proposition to him consisted of starting a YouTube channel together to provide a platform for student athletes. For our school, our goals align fairly well, and we have plans to get together in the near future to put our ideas to the test and start doing and creating content. This would start small as a side project with hopes of becoming more of a full-time endeavor. I'm also currently unemployed, so this allows me to tap into a passion and see where it can go. My question to you guys is, with all the sports pods and channels in the current ether, is there a niche that you believe could be an opportunity for us to explore? I love running my mouth, but my counterpart is a bit on the shy side and probably prefers not to speak as much. This just seems like an opportunity of a lifetime that I cannot pass up. Appreciate any insights here. Side question, do you think it'd be kosher for me to bring his framed college jersey for him to sign? Not on the first episode, dude.
Yeah, after you ask him the welcome to the league moment, then maybe after you wrap that episode.
Yeah. Look, based on that email and specifically that last sentence, I'm worried that you might be a little too excited. But at the same time, like, you should be excited. This is your guy. Now you're going to build this relationship with him. But for this pod to have any kind of a chance and for him to probably open up or whatever, like, you've got to try to figure out a way to get past that. Now, look, first time I had Chris Mullin in studio, you want to tell me that I wasn't like a little fucking weird? You know?
Is like, that the even one guy?
Yeah, because Barkley called in. Like, Mullen we had in studio, and Chris Mullen's the coolest motherfucker of all time. And he's sitting there and his phone goes off and it's New York by Jay-Z was his ringtone. And you're just like, what?
Yes.
Come on.
Like, God. Then there's another time he was like watching some guys play hoop and he took the ball and he like shot it off the side of a building and it went in one shot. And you're just like, dude, what? Who are these people walking among us? Mere mortals. So I get it. I'm not going to pretend that like I was numb to all of it, because there would be moments, there'd be times, especially early on, where I would be like, oh man, this is kind of exciting. But considering this is like your thing, it's you two guys, you have to find a way to like put that stuff to the side and make the content the best that it can be. And I would say the other part of that is, even if he's shy and you are a talker, people are going to be drawn to the podcast or YouTube channel because of him and not because of you. And you're going to have to find your way to make him the star. I dealt with that on all the shows. We used to do that massive baseball show with Steve Phillips. It was like this Sunday. I was Baseball Rye, just your guy all day on Sunday, cranking out the baseball content through all the day games. And the feedback that I got was, why is Ryen talking?
Well,
so although that one manager said on 3 different shows, he was like, why are you talking? I was like, you seem to have a theme with me. You seem to have a consistent theme that, I am a talk show host. Anyway, so yeah, you're going to have to figure out a way to make him a star. You're going to have to figure out a way to treat him as a guy that you're doing a show with, as opposed to the guy that is your hero growing up. And, I think it'd be kind of fun to maybe have that conversation 5 or 6 episodes in, right?
Yes.
Warm up to it. But I don't know what your experience is with this stuff. Like, if you're just geeked out to be with your guy, maybe he's used to that. Maybe look, the name, I'm not going to share the name. It's not like this is fucking Michael Jordan here. Okay. This is
what level
something that means.
Could you give us like a level? Is he like a B list, C list?
Maybe a player comp?
Nothing in the pros of any significance whatsoever.
But big time college guy?
Even that, he's not a tier 1 college guy. Like, of a tier 1 guy that didn't do anything in the NBA, he's not even that.
Okay, which isn't the end of the world. But the thing that concerns me is it sounds like you're trying to have to convince him to do this, and that's not a great place to start from.
Yeah, what was his level of interest?
Yeah, did he want to do this?
Like, was it like Chris Long, where he was like, I really like want to, like, when he started, he was like serious from the jump and like basically taking notes and basically had this whole goal, right, of like what he wanted to do in the future. And I feel like there's some people that are just like, maybe this is an avenue for me, and I'm not really sure, because it sounds like this thing might be, I don't know if is it charity esque? Like it's for student athletes. He was saying that's like is it something through the school
That's
or
the
it's
other
adjacent?
thing too. Is this
a money thing or is
thing?
this? Yeah, is this a money thing? Is it going to hope to make money, or is it just like a project that's basically helping students?
How many student athletes seriously are? I think you have to ask. This isn't me being a dick, but like, seriously, how many student athletes do you know? Unless it's for businesses too, and like it's like the whole everyone could kind of come in and figure out how this is done. But how many people do you really think are going to be listening to this show? Like, like I know if I was a college student and this was available, I probably wouldn't listen because I was just like, I'm too cool for school. I'm like, I don't need this. I'll figure it out. Like it obviously has a very specific audience that may or may not even be that interested in listening to what you have to say, even if it's good content. So that's something you have to consider as well.
Yeah, I'm not a dream crusher here by any means, but I would just say, are you able to look over how pumped you are and get an accurate reading about how pumped he is? If we're talking about, I'm unemployed and I'm putting a lot of work into this right now.
You need something to do.
Yeah, see if your gauge is actually working. That's all.
Yep.
Yeah, and the best part, man, is no one can cancel your show.
Yeah, totally.
That's what's great about podcasting and YouTube channels and all that stuff. So if you haven't done it before, you're going to learn on the fly. The first show is probably going to be terrible. The 10th show is going to be so much better just because you're starting from absolute zero. Fastest growing show in the country, right? when your rating is a 0, who's to say that you're not the fastest growing show in the country?
Number 1 on Apple Pods today.
Yeah. Number 1 in show rankings.
The cryptid
top 5 cryptid pod.
Oh my God! Thank you so much,
in
everyone.
Northeastern United States.
5 parts per episode. We're crushing. All right. Let's see. We have a lot of time based on today's taping schedule, so we're just going to give you.
I'll do one more.
Yeah. Well, one more. I feel like there was another one in here.
We need one more.
I just watched that.
Oceans.
Oh, God, it's just.
You did,
man. Well, just rewatched it again I watched 1 and 2. There's an argument with my buddies. Like half of them think the second one, Ocean's 12, is bad, and the other half I think it's like the best one, which is interesting. I'm like, is it just because it's in Europe? Is that why? I think you rewatch it, you really have to turn your brain off a few times. I think we've talked about this.
Does everyone hate the third one?
I like the third one.
No.
The second one I feel like is the most like kind of brain dead one.
I like all of them, by the way.
Oh, I agree.
I think they're all good. I mean, the first one's off the charts, no doubt, but I've never had a bad time watching any of them.
Yeah,
maybe the most rewatchable movies ever.
Makes me feel like my brain doesn't hit a certain frequency when people have all these nitpicks about movies that I like. I'm like, I just thought it was good. I don't have much else to say, but I'm just like, maybe I'm just dumb because I don't get these nitpick things with these like trilogies and like picking better. Like I just like maybe
are you afraid you're dumb because you don't hate movies more? Is that what you're saying?
Sometimes I do. People have like real like nitty gritty stuff that they're like, I mean, it's ridiculous. And I'm like, I don't know. I kind of liked it. Maybe I'm just
look,
sheep,
think about
I don't know.
With 10 years of The Ringer, right, Kyle? Like, listen to Fennessy and Ryen talk about movies. Like, I'll be in the car going, did I not watch the same fucking movie?
Yeah.
So
the thing about Chris though that was great is Chris also liked bad movies though. Like there was that like I always thought that was cool. Like he and like they would do some like insane 80s, 90s movies. I'm like, are these any good? Like, well, you love this movie. It's crazy, and that's what I always liked about it.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, good times. I watched Snatch again the other day.
Love that.
It's been a minute.
It's so good. We were supposed to have Guy Ritchie on, I think. I forget what happened. I think there was a time where we were definitely getting him, or he was offered, but then the taping didn't work out. And then there was like this 2-month, hey, I think we're getting Guy Ritchie this week or whatever. I would just love to know about like the mapping out of Snatch, where you were thinking of it and you had the main idea. And then it was just how many other characters and like, do I need one more? Like speaking of, hey, do you want one more?
Yeah.
Right. But just like, no, let's add in this. And then we'll have, it's hard to do. It's really hard to do that as well as they did it, to have that many characters all kind of own their moment that they're on TV, whether it's Bricktop, whether it's Boris. The whole reason I watched it again is it Malevolence?
Did you watch it in London?
No. Yeah, I started watching.
You want to immerse yourself in the culture?
Yeah. Jenna's a tough guy. So did you guys listen to the Travel Pod?
Yeah, I'm halfway through it.
Halfway. Didn't you edit it?
Yeah, you said there were no edits, right?
You said there were no edits.
I'd imagine
I edited one long pause where like your lights went out in the room, and I was like, "Oh, that looks like it might not supposed to be there." But
yeah, the lights. I was so locked in, I wasn't even moving, and the motion lights in the hotel went off. So I was like, "All right,
I cut that one. Cut that one."
I think I yelled, "Leave it in."
You did, but I didn't.
Kyle's got that. Yeah, he knows better.
That sex club thing was a huge. I don't even want to call it a letdown because it wasn't like I was like wanting to watch people bang in a hallway. I didn't because like there's another place that somebody told me about, and I was like, I was like, even in my 20s, I don't think I'd be like, this is awesome.
Right? Yeah, I've never understood that. Like, hey, you and a buddy, you want to go and watch? Like, nah, I'm good, dude. Thanks.
I think it has to just be for the entire sake of like saying that you did it.
But isn't it weird to say that you did that? Like, I just have always found that, like, you would tell people that, hey, guess what I did yesterday?
I don't know that I'd
me and Brad, sex club, just watched. No touching.
Yeah. Not that great.
I would
as if somebody was on the fence about it.
What do you do next? Yeah. What happens after that?
I got to tell you, though, the place, the help, staff, top marks.
Class.
Nice.
Class all the way around. All right. I think I paused long enough.
You read an email? I don't even know where we were.
I don't know. I don't even know what the show is right now. Do we do a simple one here?
Yeah. Did we
let's stay on the travel.
One, right?
Let's stay on the travel thing. 5'10", 48 years old, basketball comp, Nadav Hennefeld. Dude, love that. Thank you for just saying his name. Just heard Ryen may travel to Japan. I've lived in Japan 8 years, 5 years in Tokyo, 3 in Nagano. Since you asked for my input, I like how we did that. 1, definitely take the time to do an onsen, hot spring, outside Tokyo. Hakone? I don't know. That sounds Hawaiian, so maybe it's Hakone. Is a good choice. Kabukicho deserves a walkthrough just to see the scale of what a red light district can be. Well, look, fresh off of Soho, not afraid. Golden Guy nearby is both the most touristy and the most Japanese thing you can visit. 3, if you drink in the neighborhoods like... My Japanese is terrible right now.
I dare you.
Roppongi.
Sure.
That's what I'm going to go with. And pay for your drinks with a credit card. Be careful if someone's spiking your drink. Never fly solo. Well, that sounds like a great fit for me. At work, we used to warn the visiting business travelers. It never mattered. Everyone came back with stories about getting drugged and robbed. It's a big problem compared to other Asian cities, Hong Kong, Singapore. They key on out-of-towners paying with a credit card. Well, that would be me. So maybe we do stay away from that town.
Good note.
When I was in Cabo, one of my friends was like, "Are you by yourself again?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Be careful. They're doing this thing down there where they're like running your credit card and then saying they didn't go through or whatever. And then it's like the local sheriff is involved. Next thing you know, you're in jail for like 3 days." It's like 3 days.
Doesn't seem like something a tourist place would be promoting, but I don't know.
Well, he was like, "I know you. Like you're going to wander and, check out the non-taco stand t-shirt place." I don't know. I would have to think $1,000 probably solves that problem, doesn't it?
Hope
like,
so.
Hey, you guys are all in on this together. Can I just not be in jail for the entire weekend? And here's $1,000.
Charge it to the game. Yeah.
All right. Let's do
By the way, speaking of petting crime, I've had a few people hit me up.
Was an email. Yeah.
Okay.
I have something quick actually because I brought this up.
It can take long. Take it long. Obviously, that's the theme of this one.
I brought this up and I realized we never got back to it. And a few people texted me and tweeted me about it. My pickpocketing story.
Oh, you never told it?
Never actually told it on the pod. We just I kind of got cut off, and then we were like, "Hey, we'll do it next pod." We never did it.
Do it now. So, I like this better than any email.
It's not super long. Yeah. So this was a couple months ago, I think. basically like my in-laws took the kids. My wife and I were like, hey, we're gonna go see a movie. I think that's when we were talking about the Leo movie. What is it? I always One Battle After Another. I always forget the name of it. Didn't end up seeing that. Saw a different movie. Anyway, at the movie theater, we're walking in, and we bought the tickets online. And I like literally said to my wife, I was like, well, this is weird. You just like walk. Anybody could just kind of walk in and sit down. Nobody checks your ticket. That's a little weird. It's downtown West Hartford. It's not like a weird place. Anyways, we watched the movie. It was great. I get out.
Blueback?
In Blueback. Yep. Yeah, that movie theater. Yep, right there, right next to on the corner there. So I get out. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom before we leave. We had a little dinner thing set up afterwards. We're gonna go back and get changed, but I was wearing like, just I think they were just joggers, right? But with a zipper pocket. I walk into the bathroom. There's a guy standing, not really at the urinal and not at the sink, just kind of in no man's land. And I don't.
Right. Who does that? Like,
speaking of cryptids, like your hair just stands up on the back of your neck, like you just know something's wrong, something's up, something's weird. I just kind of knew something was weird, and he gave me kind of a look.
Yeti?
And I didn't know. Yeah, who knows? Anyway, I didn't know if he was walking or coming, whatever. So I ended up just walking right in front of him. So as I walk in front of him, the sinks are on my right. I go in the middle of him. The urinals are on the left. So I go to pee, and I feel a little tug at the back of my pants. And, my zipper was zipped with the wallet in it. I mean, they're like joggers. So like if they weren't, you could probably easily take it out. Maybe that's why he spotted me.
If you're a zipper king, yeah.
I felt a little tug as I'm basically taking, going to the bathroom.
Got it.
And
were your pants down too low and he was helping?
Definitely not what happened. So I don't think he knew what to do. So he just kind of went to the urinal next to me. And so I looked at him and I was just like, are you serious right now, dude? And he was like, what? And he was like kind of being a hardo and like gaslighting me a little bit. And I was like, you just tried to steal my wallet. And there's other people in the bathroom, by the way. But I didn't know what to do. I'm like, do I make a scene? Like, I think this is, I don't think I'm misreading the situation, but I'm pretty sure this is what happened. And I was like, you just tried to steal my wallet. He was like, oh no, I was just trying to say what's up. And he's like clearly gaslighting me at this point. I was like, what are you talking about? He just gave me this weird look. Hard to tell. 20s, I would say,
Not his first time.
I don't think so. And anyway, so I'm sitting there standing. I can't pee because I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, do I tell somebody? Do I leave?
But you can't really
outside?
move.
I can't move. I'm pretty vulnerable right now. not a great spot. He's also probably fake peeing. So I didn't pee. I kind of fake washed my hands and I got out of there. Maddie, my wife, comes out of the thing and I'm like, we got to go. And she's like, what the heck? What are you talking about? What's going on? And I just wanted to get out of the movie theater. And so I kind of waited outside to see if he would come outside. And like a couple minutes later, he just kind of walked outside, went down these stairs and left. And I was like,
Barnes & Noble?
Should I have? No, not the Barnes & Noble, down to the bagel place there. I think it's called Goldberg's. What's up? And I was like, did I kind of pussy out? Like, should I have done something? But I was like, I don't want to get stabbed at a movie theater in West Hartford in the middle of the day on a date with my wife. Like, so I just kind of let it go. But I didn't feel good about it afterwards. I'm like, should I have said something? I'm not going to call the police. I don't know. I didn't know what to do. So I guess that's my life advice is what should I have done in that situation?
Date night, you don't ruin date night like that. Over that, Now, if you and the boys were going to see one battle after another, I mean, maybe it's just the energy's different.
Testosterone's hopped up.
You're like, you know what? I got
to fight somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that movie's in that level, though. I think it's a little too artsy for you to have that kind of adrenaline. Now, if you're going to see Predator, Warrior, if you had seen Warrior and then let that go, then yeah, I'd be like, did you learn anything from Tom Hardy?
Okay.
This is one of those classic things where everyone is going to say, like, oh, if that had happened to me. And it's like, you cannot replicate that feeling of what is going on as it is happening. And it's basically doused in uncertainty because you're pretty sure, but you're not 100% sure.
No cameras
and
in
you
there.
And you have to be 100% sure if you're going to like accuse somebody of stealing the wallet. And also, like, you were right. He was clearly trying to steal your wallet, but walking away and the whole thing. I mean, I think you're a pretty reasonable guy. Did you like your chances against this guy?
He's probably my size, but again, I don't know. Like,
but you were angrier.
I didn't have any weapons on me. There was no metal detector on the way in. Who knows what could have happened if I like actually tried to do something? You know what I mean? And I'm like, am I going to ruin I've got 2 kids. Like I'm not gonna. It just isn't where I'm at in life.
The consequences are
the
crazy.
situation.
Yeah.
So I just kind of let it die.
His comeback is hilarious. So I was like, no, I wasn't taking your wallet. I was just saying what's up. Like that's how you know he's dead wrong. If that's what
that's
he's
what
saying,
I knew.
Definitely
That's what I knew.
stealing.
I was like, dude, this is like you were just standing in no man's land, and then as soon as you tug at my wallet, you have to go pee. Okay, dude. But it's like you're right. Like in my head, I'm like, am I reading this wrong? And then days go by. I'm like, there's no way I read that wrong.
No one has better reactions than the person that wasn't in the situation. So congrats to you. And congrats to us. Little bonus Monday there with the way the taping worked out. Thanks to Kyle. Thanks to Ceruti. Make sure, I think we still have a few hoodies left on the Barstool merch sale. I think it's still 20% off. A couple of sizes have sold out. The RSLO hoodie from Legends. So just want to get that in there as well. Please subscribe to the pod and our YouTube page. We'll be back with a good 10 minutes on the NBA on Tuesday as well, and a great rest of the week as well. So again, subscribe. The Ryen Russillo Show, part of the Barstool Network.